Good morning. This is the Aggieland Backyard Church. I'm Marcus Roberts. I'm on my back porch. It's time to read the Word. Today is Matthew 14, 1 through 21. At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard the reports about Jesus, and he said to his attendants, "This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead. That is why miraculous powers are at work in him." Now Herod had arrested John and bound him, put him in prison because of Herodias, his brother Philip's wife. For John had been saying to him, "It is not lawful for you to have her." Herod wanted to kill John, but he was afraid of the people because they considered John a prophet. On Herod's birthday, the daughter of Herodias danced for the guests and pleased Herod so much that he promised with an oath to give her whatever she asked. Prompted by her mother, she said, "Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptist." The king was distressed, but because of his oaths and his dinner guests, he ordered that her request be granted, and had John beheaded in the prison. His head was brought in on a platter and given to the girl, who carried it to her mother. John's disciples came and took his body and buried it. Then they went and told Jesus. When Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them and healed their sick. As evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a remote place, and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away, so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." Jesus replied, "They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat." "We have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish," they answered. "Bring them here to me," he said. And he directed the people to sit down on the grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave them to the people. They all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. The number of those who ate was about 5,000 men, besides the women and children. That's the word for today. Hope you have a great day. Just a reminder that the Aggieland Backyard Church is a lay ministry. I'm not a pastor, but I'm passionate that the Word of God can speak for itself. When you hear me read the Word, I'm reading the Word. You're not hearing my interpretation. You're not hearing me talk about the Word. Because I feel like that if you pray and if you believe, that the Word of God will become alive in your heart. So keep reading and keep studying and become a person of the Word of God. Someone who believes and someone who is fed by the Word. That's what I have to say. So you're not going to get my opinions. You're only going to get the Word. If you want my opinions, watch one of those videos, because I'll have some of those later. But that's not the Word of God. And I will keep the Word separate from my opinions, because the Word comes first. Hope you have a great day.